Namaste and a very good morning, my dear children. My dears, this is your EVS session. In your EVS, already you have learnt Lesson 1, Annie's Day, Lesson 2, Me, Myself, and Lesson 3, Leaves, Leaves, Leaves. And you wrote your PA1 exam also. Is it not? Yes. Now it's a time for us to learn our lesson 4 animal alphabet. Already I gave introduction about this lesson animal alphabet in the earlier video. Is it not? Yes. Once again, shall we recall what you learnt? Yes. There are many animals around us. These animals are of different colors, shapes and sizes. See the picture how they differ. All animals have 4 legs, 2 ears and 1 tail. Some animals have horns. You can see it in the picture. Buffalo, deer, antelopes, they have horns. Some animals are big and huge, while some are small. See the big and huge elephant, giraffes, and the small rabbit. Different animals are of different sizes. Some animals are very big, like elephants and giraffes you saw in the picture. Some animals are big in size, like buffalo, tiger, etc. Some are small in size like frog, cat. Some are even smaller in size like wasp, cockroaches, ant. How small they will be in their sizes. You all have seen them in your house, is it not? These cockroach ants. Then you learnt about the types of animals. We differentiated as land, water and sky. Based on the behavior, the land animals are divided as pet and wild animals. Pet animals, you learnt cat, dog, then parrot, is it not? Wild animals, animals which lives in the forest, lion, tiger. Then animals which lives in the water. Water animals, they live both fresh water and in salty water. For that also you saw examples. Is it not? Yes. Then sky. It is divided as birds and insects. So depending upon their places where they live, they are differentiated as land, water and sky. Now, based on the habitat where they live on the land, they divided as 4 groups. That is, animals living in plains. In the plains, you can see cow, goat, buffalo. They all lives in the plains. Animals living in desert. Sheep of the desert. Who is that? Camel. Very good. Then, animals living in forest. Wild animals. Lion, tiger, elephant, giraffes. These animals living in forest. Animals living in cold regions, polar bears. Already you all very well know about that. Animals that lives on the land are called as terrestrial animals. Depending upon their habitat, some may live on plains, caves, forests, deserts and snow-covered areas. We saw some animals, they live in the deserts. Is it not? Camel, snake, lizard and so many others. They are found in deserts. How the desert will be? It will be very hot, is it not? To tolerate that, the camel has a padded feet which help them to walk on the sand. And the lizards and snakes, they crawl on the ground. And these desert animals like lizards and snakes, live in burrows, which helps them to escape the heat of the desert. Okay, yes. Next, you saw about the water animals. A good part of our earth is covered with water, is it not? So many animals live in ponds, lakes, rivers, and ocean. You differentiated as fresh water and salty water, is it not? This duck and swan lives in the fresh water. They have a webbed feet which help them to swim in water. See some more sea animals, starfish, seahorse, dolphin, fish. They all live in the water. Fish, which lives in water, it has scales, fins, gills, and a tail. Fish breathe through gills. You all have learned, is it not? Yes. Some creatures like frog, tortoise, and crabs, they can live both in water as well as on land. These water and land creatures are called as amphibians. Okay, they can live both in water and land. Animals like whale, shark, turtle, starfish, and jellyfish live in the salty water of ocean. How the ocean water will be salty, you have learnt in your yearly classes, is it not? Yes. Then you learnt about the animals living in the cold region, that is snow covered area. Snow leopard, penguin, polar bear, arctic hare. These animals have a thick fur to protect their bodies from the cold, as they are living in the snow covered areas, like the camel which lives in the desert hot area. It has a padded feet to walk in that hot sand, is it not? Yes. Then you learnt about the animals' movement. Why do animals move from one place to another place? They move in search of food, water, and shelter, and also to escape from the enemies and the weather. Animals like tiger and cow use their four legs to move. We saw all the animals have the legs, is it not? Yes. Animals like bears and apes can move with their hind limbs. Kangaroos, grasshoppers are hopping animals. You all are very familiar. You all know about the kangaroos. They have a pouch. See the picture, kangaroo picture. They have a pouch. Inside the pouch it has its baby and how it's hopping. Then what is this? This is the grasshopper. These two hop. Some animals, even having legs, do not use them to move, but they crawl. See the picture? Turtle, crocodile. They are called as reptiles, which crawl. They do not walk. They crawl. Reptiles, they crawl. Insects are very small creatures. You all have seen insect. Is it not? Ant, mosquito, housefly. All insects have 6 legs. Can you count? 6 legs are there, no? And they have 2 pairs of wings to fly. Insects can fly, is it not? Yes. See, some more examples are given here. Cockroach, housefly, bee, grasshopper, butterflies. These are some examples for the insects. Then birds are called winged creatures because they have the wings. With the wings, help of the wings, they can fly. They have 2 legs and 1 beak. All the birds have a beak and have a different kinds of beak. Why they have a different types of beaks? Depending upon their eating habits, birds have a different types of beaks and they have a different toes with its class. See here, eagle, pigeon, sparrow, parrot, peacock, duck, and hen are some of the birds. Whether do they all have a same type of beaks? No, they all have a different type. See, can you guess what is this bird? Good, very good, my dears. Yes, it is a woodpecker, which has a straight and a strong beak to make a hole in the tree and to catch its prey. And children, some birds fly very high while some only hop on the ground. Hen and the peacock, it can hop on the ground. And peacock is a beautiful dancer, is it not? Yes. Some birds like vulture, eagle, they can fly at a maximum height. Can you guess what is this bird? Very good. It's an ostrich, which can run very fast. It can run at the speed of light because light travels very fast. What is this? It's an owl. You can see owl at the night. It is not. Yes. Then you all are familiar with this bird. What is this bird? It is called myna. The another bird, munias. These two birds make a chirp sound, and this chirp sound, it's very noisy. They make a noisily chirp sound, these two birds. Then insects like bugs, lice, they have 6 legs, is it not? To walk, or some insects they crawl. You all very well learnt that birds have wings to fly, is it not? Some birds fly at a maximum height. High they fly like a vulture, eagle. Then animals like snakes and earthworms, they do not have legs. They also crawl. Then fish have fins to move in water. Ducks use webbed feet to swim in water. See, what is that? Turtle. It has flippers. With that, it swims in the water. Then you learnt about the animals and their homes. Where do lion lives? Yes, very good. Lion lives in den. Rabbit lives in burrows. Other than that, you learnt in the desert, snake, lizard, they too lives in the burrow to escape from the heat of the sun. Is it not? Yes. Then sheep lives in pen. Monkey lives on trees. Cow lives in shed. Hen lives in coop. Dog lives in kennel. Very well familiar. Bird lives in nest. Horse lives in stable. Elephant lives in forest areas. Yes, children, still now you learnt and you recap the animal world. That is, you learnt about the animals with different shapes and size, how they differ, and the places where they live depending upon their habitat. You said they live on the ground, they live in water, they live on trees, and even under the soil. Is it not? And animals make different kinds of homes. You saw now. Some animals live in dens, some coop, some pen, some in trees. Is it not? Yes. Then you learnt some animals have feathers on their body. Who has? Yes, the birds have feathers on their body. While some have scales, like fish, they have the scales on their body. Fur, the cold region animals. Polar bear, they have fur to protect them from the cold. Then you learnt about their movement. Some run very fast, that I said ostrich, which can run at a speed of a light. I said. Then some crawl, the reptiles, they crawl, snake, lizard, tortoise, they crawl. Some fly, birds, they can fly, insects, they have the wings to fly, and some can swim. Children, all living things need food to grow and live. So, shall we see now the food and feeding habits of animals? Children, you all know very well that food gives us energy. We need food to remain healthy, not only human, plants, animals. Plants eating animals are called herbivorous. Herba means plant. Vorous means eater. So, plant eaters are herbivorous. They eat grass, leaves, fruits, nuts or roots. You all are familiar with the examples for the herbivorous: cow, buffalo, zebra, goat, deer, horse and elephant. See here, herbivorous: cow, zebra and elephant. Some I gave you as an example. These all are herbivorous, plant eaters. Flesh eating animals are called carnivorous, the wild animals. Carn, flesh. Vorous means eater. Example: dog, cat, lion, tiger, eagle. They all eat the flesh of other animals. Now, omnivorous. Omni means all. Vorous means eater. Omnivorous animals eat both plants and flesh of animals. Examples: crow, they eat both the plant products and the flesh of animals, and also the bear. And we, the human beings, we eat both plants and flesh of animals. Children, whether all animals eat the same kind of food? No. They too eat. Different animals eat different types of food. Manner of eating is also different. Their mouth is also modified to suit their mode of eating. See how the snake is eating the frog. Snakes and lizards eat the food, that is, swallow the food as a whole. They have a very small teeth, but they are not useful for chewing. They swallow the food as a whole. Some animals like frogs and lizards, they have a long and sticky tongue to catch the food. In your home, you might have seen the lizard, how it catches the insect which is flying. Then these wild animals, that is carnivorous, lion, tigers, they have a sharp, pointed and curved front teeth. These strong grinding teeth at the back to chew the flesh. As they are the carnivorous animal, they have to tear the flesh of the animals. Is it not? Yes. Then crocodiles and alligators have a large mouth, have sharp and pointed teeth. They snap at animals which come to drink water. And the teeth has a powerful jaws, help them to grab even big animals and tear their flesh. Herbivorous, you all know, they eat grass and leaves. So these herbivorous animals like deer, giraffe, they have a broad, flat and sharp front teeth to cut their food. And you are very familiar herbivorous animal, cows and buffaloes. They bite the grass and swallow it. And then later only they bring back the food into their mouth and chew it slowly. This is called chewing the cud. You might have seen the buffalo, cow chewing the grass. Birds have no teeth. They swallow their food whole and they have the beaks and they have the different kinds of beaks. You learned how the woodpecker has eagle, vulture. Birds also swallow some stones along with their food. Stones help in crushing the grains they eat. See here, what is this? Elephant. Elephants use their trunk to tear off grass and branches and put in their mouth. Elephants have large grinding teeth to chew and grind their food. You have seen no very large sugar cane it eats. They drink water with the help of their trunk. Mice and rabbits nibble their food and have sharp front teeth. These animals eat their food by taking small bites. What is this, children? Cats and dogs. They lap liquids like water, milk with their tongue. You might have seen in your home. Cats have rough tongue, have sharp edged surface, which help them to lap liquids and groom their fur. Then comes our insects. Butterflies and mosquitoes have a feeding tube in place of mouth. This tube is called proboscis. It works like a straw. How to suck the juice? We use a straw, no? Yes. Using this proboscis, they suck the liquids like nectar from the flowers. Yes, children, now shall we learn about the sounds of animals? Yes. You all know dog barks, cow mows, sheep bleats, donkey brays, elephant trumpets, pig grunts, duck quack, bee buzz, cock rooster, cock-a-doodle-doo. You have learnt rhymes, is it not? Hen clucks, monkey chatters, frog croaks, lion roars, goat bleats. What is this? Owl. It hoot. Then the bird myna, what it makes? Noisy chirp sound. Is it not? Yes. Now shall we learn about the skin pattern of animals? Yes. See here. What is this? Zebra. What is this? Snake. Spotted deer. What is this? Cheetah. Leopard. Then tiger. Next one is giraffe. Next tortoise. Children, you saw these animals have a different skin pattern. Is it not? They all differ in their pattern. Then parts. Antennae. Who has this antennae? Cockroach, ant, they have the antennae. Is it not? Then antlers. Antelope, they have the antlers. Beak. Who has? Birds have beaks. Ears, long ears. Rabbit, it has a long ears. Is it not? Fangs, the lion has fangs to tear the flesh. Claws, the bear has claws, and the birds also. Birds have feathers, beautiful feathers. Peacock has no? Yes. Fins. Fish have fins to swim in the water. Fur. The polar bear, animals which lives in a cold region, have a fur. Hooves. The donkey has hooves. Horns. The goat has horns. Buffalo. Then antelopes, rhinoceros, they all have a horns. See the picture there. Hump. Camels have hump on its back, you have learnt. Mane. The lion has mane. Paws. Cat has paws. Pouch. The kangaroo has a pouch. Inside it has its baby. Scales. Fish have scales. Shell. The turtle has a shell. Inside it will hide itself. No? Yes. Snout. The pig has a snout. Spines. The hedgehog has spines. Spot. The cheetah has spots on its body. Stripes. You all are very familiar. Zebra has stripes. Tail. The dog has tail. Not only the dog, you know the animals which has a tail. Tentacles. The octopus has tentacles. How many? 8. Trunk. The elephant has a trunk. Tusk. The walrus has tusk. Elephant also has tusk. Is it not? Then wings. All the birds has wings to fly sky. Whiskers. Can you guess what is this animal? Who is it? Yes, the lion has whiskers. Yes, children, now it's a time for us to learn and do our assignment. First one I have given you, I asked you to write the names of any 2 animals which has feathers and wings, which lives under the soil, which have the patterns on their body, which love to dance, that is peacock. Is it not? Yes. Then please go through the lesson carefully, read it and then write whether the given are true or false. Next, children, you look around your house and outside and you can write names of 2 birds, insects, animals with tails and animals that come out night. Yes, thank you my dear children. Thank you for your patient learning.